So in this video, we are going to learn how to create Zendesk ticket when new row is added to Excel. Now suppose guys, from multiple sources, you are getting some new issues or problem for your product in your Microsoft Excel sheet. And you want that whenever a new row of data is added for these problems, these issues in Microsoft Excel, you want to create a ticket for the same in Zendesk. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So in this automation, whenever a new row of data will be added in Microsoft Excel with the same details, automatically we will be creating a new ticket in Zendesk. So if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as MX Excel to Zendesk. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is in our Microsoft Excel sheet, here is my Excel online sheet. In this sheet, I'm adding the details of a new ticket which I want to create in Zendesk from multiple sources. So we want to set up an automation like whenever we add the details of a new ticket as a new row in this Microsoft Excel sheet, automatically with the same details, a ticket should be created in our Zendesk account. So to make this happen, we have to connect our Microsoft Excel with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. So that every time we add a new row of ticket details, that same data should be received inside this Pabbly Connect workflow. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to send those new ticket details to Zendesk and create a new ticket over there. So let's see how it is done. Here in our Choose app in trigger window, search for Microsoft Excel. Just select it. And then in trigger event from this drop-down, select the trigger event as New Row in Worksheet. After selecting a trigger event, just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Microsoft Excel account, our Microsoft Excel sheet with Pabbly Connect. So to make this connection, just click on this Connect with Microsoft Excel button. And because I have already logged into my Excel online sheet, my Excel online account in my browser, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account. Just select your Microsoft Excel account, scroll down, and then here we just have to click on this Yes button. And when we click on Yes, we will see our Microsoft Excel account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the workbook. So it is most likely possible that in your Excel online account, you might have created multiple workbooks over there. So in this dropdown, you will see a list of all the workbooks which we have created in our Microsoft Excel account and a data of a new row from which particular workbook we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect. We have to select that particular workbook over here in this dropdown. So the name of this workbook in which I'm adding the details of a new ticket is named as Zendesk Tickets. So here from this drop down, I'm going to search for the same workbook, Zendesk Tickets. Just select it. After selecting the workbook, the next thing it asks us is the worksheet. So it is also possible that into a single workbook, you might have created multiple sheets over here. So in which particular sheet you are adding the details of a new ticket in your workbook. You have to select that sheet over here. Right now in this workbook, I have created only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That is why in Pabbly Connect under this worksheet, you can see in this dropdown there is only one sheet named as Sheet 1. So I'm going to select it. After selecting this, when we will click on this Save and Send Test Request button, the details of the last row, the most recent row which was added in this worksheet will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So right now in my worksheet here, you can see that right now I have just added the data of a one row. I have just added the details of a single ticket over here. So when we will click on this Save and Send Test Request, the details of this same row, this same ticket will be received inside Pabbly Connect. But if you have added the row or the data of multiple tickets over here, then the data of the last row, the most recent row which was added, will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. And after clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. In this response, you can see the exact same details of the row. So here you can see the same requester name which we have entered, demo user. You can see the same email address. Here you can see the email address. Then you can see the same ticket summary and ticket description which we have entered in our sheet. And then here you can see the priority as well. So we have added the priority of the ticket as well in this Microsoft Excel sheet. And then here you can see the same response. This means the details of a new ticket which we want to create in Zendesk, whatever details of a new ticket we are going to add in Microsoft Excel in a new row, automatically the same Excel sheet data, Excel row data will be received inside Power BI Connect. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected our Microsoft Excel sheet with Power BI Connect in the trigger window and received the response, received the details of a new ticket over here. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, using these same details of a new ticket which we have received from Microsoft Excel, we want to create a ticket in Zendesk. For that, just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in Choose App, search for Zendesk. Just select it. After selecting Zendesk, in action event from this dropdown, select the action event as Create Ticket. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection over here. Now here guys, in this window, we have to connect our Zendesk account with Power BI Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the username, password and subdomain of your Zendesk account. So you must be having the username and password, the login credentials of your Zendesk account. So I'll just enter the login credentials of my Zendesk account. This is it. And let me enter the password as well. Here it is. After this, it is asking us for the subdomain. Now here you must be thinking how you can get the subdomain of your Zendesk account. So to get it, just log into your Zendesk account in your browser, and here in the URL section, after https:// and before .zendesk, you can see this subdomain of your Zendesk account. Just copy this subdomain from here, go to Power BI Connect and then just paste it over here. And after pasting the subdomain and entering the login credentials, just click on Save. But before we click on Save, here is a note. Let's read it. It says, to enable password access API support, go to Views, Manage Views, Apps and Integrations, and Zendesk API. So we have to basically enable the password access API of our Zendesk account before we make the connection. And to do this, just go to your Zendesk account. From the left sidebar, go to Settings over here. After coming to the settings page, here you can see an option of Go to Admin Center. Just click on it. After clicking on it, here you will reach to this Admin Center page. From the left sidebar, click on this Apps and Integration, and under Apps and Integration, click on this Zendesk API option. Now here at this Zendesk API page, you will see this password access field. Right now, I have enabled this option, but by default, this option is disabled. You have to actually enable this option in your Zendesk account of password access, and after enabling it, only you can connect Zendesk with Power BI Connect. So just enable this option in your Zendesk account, in your Zendesk account center, and after enabling it, just click on Save in Power BI Connect. And now we can see that our Zendesk account will get connected with Power BI Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the subject. Like, what is the subject? What is the title of the new ticket which we want to create in Zendesk? So we have added the subject or the title of the ticket summary in our Excel sheet. And here we have received the data of this Excel sheet in our Power BI Connect workflow in the trigger window. Here you can see that. So from these responses of Microsoft Excel, which we have received in our trigger window, we have to basically map this response of title summary, the ticket summary over here in this field of subject line. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and here from this drop down, select the response of the ticket summary and it will be mapped over here. After mapping this, we have to select the assignee from this drop down. I have only one assignee, so I'll be selecting this for now. Then here you have to select the collaborator as well. So basically I don't want to add a collaborator, but right now I have just one user, so I will select it too. And if you want, you can add an email address of a collaborator outside of your Zendesk account, Zendesk user over here too. Right now, I don't want to add any collaborator over here. Then it is asking us for the group. So in my Zendesk account, I have created only one group named as support. But if you have created multiple groups, here in this drop down, you will see a list of all the groups over here. And in which particular group you want to create this ticket, you can select that group from this drop down. Then we have the field of requester name and requester email. So we have entered the requester name and email in our Excel sheet. And here guys, we have to basically map the same details from trigger window of requester name and requester email. So the process of mapping stays the same. Just click here from the drop down, select the name of the requester and map it in the field of requester name. Follow the same process for requester email as well. Map it to. Then it is asking us first comment or description of the ticket. So let's map the description of the ticket which we have received from Microsoft Excel. Then it is asking us public, that do we want to keep this ticket public or not. So yes, I want to keep this ticket public, so I will be selecting yes over here. If you want, you can add some tags to this ticket as well. The field of tag is not mandatory, not required, so I'm just ignoring this field for now. But if you want to add some kind of tags over here, you can just enter the tags in a new column in our Microsoft Excel sheet and capture the same response in our Pabbly Connect workflow and map that data as well. Then it is asking us for the status. So in this drop down, you can see a list of all the status of the ticket over here. That what is the status of this new ticket we want to create. So we are just creating some fresh tickets, some new tickets over here in Zendesk. So I want to keep the status as new. So we have selected new over here. Then it is asking us for the type, like it is a problem, incident, question or task. So I'm assuming all of these tickets which I'm creating on the basis of data which we receive from Microsoft Excel, I want the ticket should be the type of problem over here. Then if you want, you can also add a due date, a due add date to this task, this ticket as well. And you have to enter the due date in this particular format. This is also not a required field, so I'm just ignoring this field for now. Then it is asking us for the priority. And here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the priorities over here. Urgent, high, normal and low. And we have also entered the priority of this ticket in our Excel sheet. So here what we can do, we can actually map this response of priority which we receive from Microsoft Excel over here in this field of priority over here in place of this drop down over here. Just turn the mapping button on in front of it and clear the default response. After that, from this drop down from Microsoft Excel responses, select the response of priority and map it over here. So I have given the priority as high, so this ticket will be created with high priority in Zendesk. Then we have submitter and sharing agreement. So I don't want to add any submitter or sharing agreement to it. So what we can do, and then we can just keep this field blank, just turn the mapping button on and enter skip over here. So you just have to enter skip in double curly braces in these two fields after turning the mapping button on, just to ignore these two fields. Or if you want, you can select a submitter or sharing agreement for these two fields as well. So I'll just paste it over here too. And then at last, it is asking us for the brand. So here guys, it is basically if you have a Zendesk customer plan with a multi-brand support, here you can see in which particular brand you want to create this ticket. Right now, I just have one brand, one business account in Zendesk, that is Pabbly Dudes. So we are selecting that over here. And after mapping all of this required data of a new ticket which we want to create in Zendesk, what we have to do, we just have to click on this Save and Send Test Request button. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received a response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the details of a new ticket which we have entered in our Microsoft Excel sheet, with these same details, a new ticket has been created in our Zendesk account. So let's check it. We will go to a Zendesk account, we will go to the tickets section. And yes, here you can see that just now a new ticket is created in our Zendesk account. The summary of this ticket is, this is a test ticket, the same ticket summary which we have entered in our Excel sheet. Then here you can see the same description. We are just setting up this automation. Requester is the same user, demo user, as you can see over here. And then here you can see the same email address, same follower. The priority is high. We have entered high priority over here in Excel sheet. So the priority of this ticket is high and type is problem. And we haven't entered any kind of tags. So the field of tag is blank over here. So this means guys, the automation workflow which we have created over here inside Pabbly Connect between Microsoft Excel and Zendesk, this automation is working perfectly fine. Now every time we are going to add a new row of ticket details in our Microsoft Excel sheet, automatically within 8 hours, with the same details, a ticket will be created in our Zendesk account. and it usually takes 8 hours of time because the connection of Microsoft Excel and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And in this type of connection, Pabbly Connect's this Microsoft Excel trigger will check for new data in our Microsoft Excel sheet every 8 hours. So if you want to reduce this polling time, you can contact our support to reduce this polling time for your automation workflow of Microsoft Excel. You can reduce this polling time according to your requirement as well. And after setting up this automation, every 8 hours or whatever polling time you are adding to it, whatever polling time you are changing to it, this automation workflow will run. It will get the data of new rows from our Excel sheet, and then using those details, a new ticket will be created. New tickets will be created in our Zendesk account. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. In this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestion, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.